What's up, guys? It's Pattern, and today we've got some MSMC gameplay for you on what's this map again? I don't. It's like an island on India or something. So, what we're going to talk about today is class setups and class, experimentation. So yeah, class experimentation. I've seen a lot of people running gun setups with no perks. Epic weapons. By epic weapons, I mean weapons with 3 different attachments and different equipment. It's really kind of interesting to try out the different equipment that is out there, especially when you can replenish C4 now and replenish grenades, throw those around. There's a lot to experiment with. So what I've really been working with is different types of SMGs. Obviously, I said, this game's an SMG/shotgun type game, but SMGs really seem to run it, and I'm trying to find out what combination of attachments really work well, and then what sort of class I want to be running. Right now I only have the 6 class spots, and this game actually started off using Ghost and said, screw it, I'm going to run some hardline and lightweight. And hardline really seems the way to go if you're trying to get those point streaks. You throw on hardline, you get those streaks faster. And usually an SMG with 2 attachments, whether it's either the laser sight or long barrel laser sight, silencer right there. You can see I looked at the UAV and I saw everybody but that guy, the Ghost guy. Boo, Ghost. Even though I use it on most of my classes. But anyways, trying out a class with either 3 attachments or, just the C4, something, there's so much you can talk about. I don't know how many combinations. I'm sure I could do the math and figure out how many possible combinations there are, but it's just too much to really think about. But I really encourage you to try as many as possible. I've seen a lot of people now trying the FAL, and I think it's the SMC, or whatever that other single shot assault rifle is, and they're using them with the auto fire attachment, because it seems that most of us are too dumb that we cannot fire a single shot weapon at the same time as aiming it and do as well as a gun that automatically fires on its own and does crazy damage. So a lot of people have been trying that out here. A crappy headshot and was not doing well this game. But anyways, I really think that assault rifles are going to be buffed up a little bit, if everything else is going to be kind of nerfed, because assault rifles don't really seem to be a weapon to use unless it's kind of campy. Shotguns seem to be okay. The KSG with its slug are good, but I think the most you're going to be able to try to mess around with is going to be the SMGs and the assault rifles, simply because you can do so much more with them. You can do select fire on these things. You can put long barrel, not long barrel and silencer, but FMJs, different types of laser sights, and you can do a real lot of experimentation. So I really encourage you guys to try out a lot of different things, and maybe sacrifice that second perk. That second perk, I usually use fast hands. I don't know why, because I like to throw nades out super quick. But you know what, if you have a class that doesn't have a lot of equipment or a lot of grenades, you don't even need fast hands. You don't really need scavenger. Maybe toughness, cold-blooded, or the other one just makes you immune to counter UAVs and EMPs. That's basically a garbage perk. You don't really need that one at all unless you're running against a team, or counter UAVs become a common thing. Well, and that's really only between cold-blooded and hard toughness, and so you don't really need cold-blooded that often. This guy gets a triple feed with a shotgun to end the round. But those second perks, really think about maybe getting one of those out of there if you're not using a lot of equipment. I see a lot of people buffing up guns and putting 3 attachments on a gun, and that looks pretty sweet. Maybe like a silencer, a red dot, and the laser sight, or the little laser attachment for like steady aim. There's a lot to experiment around with. Rushing, you kind of always need to run dexterity. So the main class that I've seen a lot of people use is usually Ghost, hardline, and dexterity, simply because you can rush. You won't be seen on the radar that often, and you get your point streaks faster. So that's a pretty good rushing class: dexterity, Ghost, and hardline. And that still leaves you with 6 other spots. So a gun with 2 attachments, and maybe another like a secondary, and then 2 other equipment slots, something like that. That's a pretty good class to roll with. It's really all up to you. I think that getting rid of a secondary is pretty clutch, but if you like to have a secondary, always run the B23R, unless you're cool and you like to run the ballistic knife or the crossbow. But I'm just going to say experiment. It's going to be quite a while until we find out all these classes. It's been a weekend, and people are really starting to get onto this select fire with the single-shot semi-automatic assault rifles. But we still don't know yet. Maybe some of these SMGs do really good as burst-firing weapons. I really don't know. I haven't been able to play that much. It's Saturday at like 10. I'm playing for the next 4 hours, I hope. And then I will not be on Sunday, but I will be on most of Monday. Mother truckers. Most of Monday. I have the day off. I have Tuesday off, so I'm getting out. Getting over to my apartment like 10 a.m. playing all day, trying out crazy class setups and trying to prestige as fast as possible. Also, I really highly suggest trying out which different point streaks you're using, especially if you're going for high streaks. The warship is one of my favorites so far. I think when I level up next in prestige, I'm gonna permanently unlock the orbital VSAT simply because I hate it when I'm trying to run UAV. UAV is just annoying, and if I could run like UAV, lightning strike, and orbital VSAT, it'd be pretty dang sweet if I do say so myself. And here we go with the warship just dumping on people with those missiles, and it's just crazy. I love this thing. People can shoot it down very fast if you don't move it. I took it out on hijacked with all of my MP7 bullets, and then I respawned and I used 40 more, and I took out the whole thing. It was pretty insane that you could take it down with just an SMG and a couple clips, but it can be done. So, you know, always shoot down your air support. But really, again, you know, try out as many classes as possible. Make the game last long, and please don't be a ghost camping noob. It's really not going to help anyone. It's just going to make people like me rage, and it's going to make the gun less fun because then more people use those D-bag strats, and no one's happy with that. So, speaking of strats, my map strats videos, I did make a couple, and I'm trying to decide whether I should upload them to you guys and see how they work. I think I was a little narrow-minded in my approach to them. You know, I just did a couple videos, and I showed like the map, and I talk about, you know, how to rush on domination team deathmatch, but I don't really think I covered things like sniping, whether to use a shotgun or an SMG, assault rifles, and what game styles you should use with those. So I think I'm going to go back and redo them. Maybe I'll just release the first two and then redo those maps later on. I don't know yet, and I'll have to find out and see what you guys' reaction is to them, and then maybe I'll sub them to Machinima and see how it's going. I think I'm up to like 14 subs this month, which is sick. That's literally 2%. I have a 2% bump in subs increase. That's pretty awesome, and I'm glad you guys are still staying with me. The people that keep commenting, you know who you are. You guys are my boys. I see you comment on every video. Just make sure you're liking those videos so other people can see my awesomeness. And we will be friends forever. Seriously, if I win the lottery tonight, which I'm hoping on doing, you'll know tomorrow if I win the lottery. If not, you'll also know because I won't be rich. But I would definitely try to have some sort of crazy fan meetup or something like that, even though I only have like 2 fans. So it would basically be like a triple awkward mandate, if you will. So, anyways, the game is starting to wrap up here. As you can see, we're going to take it. I'm getting my rush on. This map is really good for rushing on these sides. My main job in this game seems to be kill and distract. If you noticed, I started the game off a little later simply because I was getting my butt kicked. But what I was doing is rushing the B flag, and it wasn't working. So I decided, you know what, let's get in their spawn and get some kills. Maybe it wasn't me per se. I didn't take the flag myself personally, but I got in their spawn, so I had people looking for me, you know, trying to kill me, trying to pay attention to me when they should be trying to cap flags. And so I think my real job in Black Ops 2 is to kind of just annoy people in their spawn, because I know how they spawn. They're going to be looking for me, waiting for me, and that gives, if I take out 2 people, then it's a 5-on-4 for my team to cap just 1 or 2 flags, and I can just sit in there and keep mowing people down, eventually get some score streaks, light them up. Anyways, it's Fattern. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.